Should you rather be micromanaging or should you be way more hands off? Hey and welcome everyone. It's day 57 out of this entire game plan. My goodness, time flies. We've talked a bit about the manager and leader side, but what I want to talk more about is obviously the larger the team grows, right? And so I'm assuming now, look, we are some time in. Maybe you have hired some people already. And at this point, you're sitting there and you're like, hey, should I just be completely hands off with someone? Yeah, sure, I'm managing the processes really well, like we have discussed. But when should you actually go in and really check? And when should you zoom out and be very much hands off? And I don't think there is a perfect approach to this, but I've seen this in various, at least books, biographies. I've seen this in different management courses. And what happens generally that really good team leads and really good managers know when to really zoom in, become a micromanager, and really focus on every little detail. And I know this sometimes drives people crazy. For example, if people work on design or when people work on the app. And then suddenly I go and say, okay, can you show me what this looks like right now? Walk me through some wireframes. And then I really go in and say, okay, that button should change the color. This wording is not correct. Let me see the email that goes out. And people are like all really surprised. And they're like, oh my goodness, why is he suddenly going in? Like the entire months I was doing this by myself. And now the CEO is there and really picking on every little thing. And then I zoom out again and I'm way more hands off. And a lot of it comes with intuition. When are those moments and when are those times when it really, really matters, where you need to dig in? And when are these times when you really let the team go by themselves? It really depends on what really matters right now. And it's the same on the legal side, right? In those 8, 9 months with the dispute, I was so hands on the legal side. I read everything myself. It was hundreds, thousands of pages because it was so important. And it's the same on the financial side, right? When we have like audits and then I actually go in and I really kind of help there. And it's not all the time. And obviously, as a good team lead, you have that intuition when you do this with marketing, when you do this with product, when you do this with HR, like certain HR topics and so on. And this is really important. How do you learn this? Very difficult. It comes with experience. You need to reflect. Why did things go wrong? Maybe you should have really dug in a bit. Obviously, it also means comes a lot with what is your skill set, what's your knowledge. For example, for me, the engineering side is the only side that's very difficult. I think on all the other sides, I can really do this, but on engineering, I cannot sit down and I'm not a better engineer than any of the engineers we have. Whereas on legal and finance and so on, I'm not a better finance person, but I can really go in there and really ask difficult questions and so on. And I think that's essential as a good team lead, that you can do this in various functions. And you need to be able to zoom in and zoom back out. And you will have to do this. You are not going to be able to just sit there and have the same kind of structure all the time. This is a crucial concept when you grow the team, when you learn, when the team expands. So remember this, you need to be able to micromanage certain things, but then step back out again. And the team's going to be a bit uncomfortable during this time, but you're going to have to tell them, you're going to have to prep them. And this is an essential concept. I've seen this in this 90 days, right? Different functions where suddenly I'm like, whoop, and then I go back out, right? And so learn this. It's crucial. Take this by the heart. So I hope this gives you value. If it does, subscribe. See you tomorrow. Yours truly, Julian. Bye-bye.